Welcome back! My name is Baller Scuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1984. Today, we're going to talk about The Terminator. The story of The Terminator takes us to James Cameron, an American filmmaker. Cameron got his start out of college, writing, directing, and producing the short film Xenogenesis in 1978 with his friend. Cameron would then work in smaller roles behind the scenes on larger projects, including 1981's Escape from New York. While working as special effects director on Piranha 2: The Spawning in 1982, the director left the project and Cameron was given the director role. Cameron would finish the film, making Piranha 2 Cameron's feature film directorial debut. The film would be released to mostly negative reviews. It was during the filming of Piranha 2 that James Cameron would have a nightmare while sick with a fever. That nightmare would become the inspiration for The Terminator. In 1982, Cameron began writing the script for fleshing out The Terminator, inspired by John Carpenter's 1978 film Halloween. Originally, Cameron wanted The Terminator to be a slasher-style film. Cameron pitched the film to his agent, but his agent disliked the concept of the horror film. In response, Cameron dismissed his agent. Undeterred, Cameron began writing his first draft, inspired by other science fiction, including The Outer Limits and Mad Max 2. During this stage, Cameron's friends Randall Frakes and Bill Wisher would assist with the script. The project got the attention of Gail Ann Hurd, who was working as an assistant at New World Pictures at the time. Cameron sold the rights to the film to Hurd for $1 on the condition that she promised to produce it with Cameron directing. Hurd would suggest some edits to the script, earning herself a screenwriting credit, though Cameron would later state she did not write a single word on the script. Cameron and Hurd approached Orion Pictures with the film. Orion Pictures agreed to distribute the film as long as the financial backing came from elsewhere. Cameron then performed a pitch, with his friend dressed as the Terminator, to John Daly at Hemdale Film Corporation, who agreed to back the film with help from HBO and Orion. The film originally had a budget of $4 million, over $11.5 million in 2023, which would be bumped up to $6.5 million, over $18 million in 2023. Casting began next. The script was sent to Arnold Schwarzenegger for the role of Kyle Reese, but Cameron was unsure about Arnold playing Kyle Reese. Cameron wanted someone more famous to play the Terminator, but struggled to think of who would be more famous than Arnold, who had starred in the Conan the Barbarian films. The role of the Terminator was offered to Sylvester Stallone and Mel Gibson, but both men refused. The studio suggested that O.J. Simpson play the role, but Cameron did not think Simpson would be believable as a killer. Cameron then met with Arnold to go over the role of Kyle Reese. However, Cameron felt that Arnold was not right for the role of Kyle Reese, and instead gave him the role of the Terminator. Arnold agreed to take the role, but was not initially excited about the film. Cameron then tried to recast the role of Kyle Reese, considering many actors, including Sting, Christopher Reeve, Kurt Russell, Tommy Lee Jones, and Bruce Springsteen. Eventually, the role would go to Michael Biehn. For the role of Sarah Connor, many women were considered, including Jennifer Jason Leigh, Rosanna Arquette, and Leah Thompson, but the role would go to Linda Hamilton. Filming was set to start in early 1983, but had to be stopped as Arnold had an option in his Conan the Destroyer contract exercised, and he was unable to work for 9 months. During this time, James Cameron refined the script for The Terminator and began work on 2 other films. filming would actually begin in March 1984 in Los Angeles. To help create a futuristic robotic feel to the movie, the music would be done on synthesizer by Brad Fiedel. Fiedel tried to create a score that would reflect a mechanical man and his heartbeat. Orion Pictures released The Terminator to over 1,000 theaters on October 26, 1984. In its opening week, the film would make over $4 million. Despite initial fears from Orion Pictures, The Terminator proved to be a success. It would go on to earn over $78 million worldwide, over $225 million in 2023. When it was released, The Terminator would receive mixed reviews from critics. The suspense and action of the film was seen as a highlight of the film by many critics. Other critics did not enjoy the action and story of the film, seeing it as tiresome and dull. As time has gone on, critics have seemingly grown to appreciate the film more, with most critics rating the film highly. The Terminator often will make lists of the best films of all time. The Terminator would see several sequels, but The Terminator's impact would not be limited to just film. The Terminator would see 2 novelizations of the film in 1985, with one by Sean Hudson and one by Randall Frakes and William Wisher. The film would also see comic books based on it, starting in 1988. The film would also have a large impact in the video game world. We will talk more about that in the future. That is a short backstory to The Terminator. With that told, it's time to talk about the plot of the film. If you have not seen The Terminator and do not want its plot spoiled, now would be the time to stop watching. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. For those that have stayed, let's talk about the plot of The Terminator. In Los Angeles in 1984, 2 men arrive from the future year of 2029. The first is a cybernetic assassin known as the Terminator. His job is to find and kill Sarah Connor. The second is a human soldier named Kyle Reese, who must stop the Terminator. The Terminator kills many women named Sarah Connor after finding them in the phone book. His actual target is the last name on his list. But Kyle Reese finds Sarah Connor and the two escape in a stolen car. The Terminator follows in a stolen police car. While hiding, Reese explains to Sarah Connor that in the future, an artificial intelligence known as Skynet will become self-aware and will start a global nuclear war to kill all humans. Sarah's future son, John Connor, will survive and lead a resistance movement against Skynet and the machines. Because the resistance was on the verge of victory, Skynet sent the Terminator back in time to kill Sarah Connor, so John Connor would never be born. Sarah and Kyle are arrested and brought into police custody. The Terminator attacks the police station, but the two are able to escape in another stolen car to a motel. At the motel, Kyle confesses his love for Sarah, which started developing after having seen her photograph in the future, and the two sleep together, conceiving John Connor. The Terminator finds the two, and Sarah and Kyle escape again, with the Terminator chasing them on a motorcycle. After a long chase scene, they make it to a factory, where Kyle is able to put a pipe bomb into the Terminator's torso. This greatly damages the Terminator, but kills Kyle. The Terminator's torso grabs Sarah, but she is able to lure it into a hydraulic press, where the Terminator is finally killed. Months later, pregnant with John, Sarah is traveling through Mexico. She records audio tapes to pass on to her future son. A boy takes a picture of her, the same photograph that Kyle would see to fall in love with her. That is the plot to The Terminator. As we mentioned before, this will not be the last time that we talk about The Terminator. We will also meet with some of the people responsible for the film again in the future as well. Many of them would continue to work in the industry and make films that would have an impact on video games. That will do it for the story of the Terminator for now. My name is Baller Scuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video when we revisit an old friend.